Are you ready? This is gonna be great. I'm really excited to talk about this. This is gonna be whoo. I'm not even sure why I feel the need to put this on, but we're gonna put this on. If you have been stuck, why is this girl smiling when she's talking about being stuck? Because you're about to be unstuck. You're about to have a perspective change. I'm gonna help you. All right. And just the whole point of the video is I'm gonna show you exactly what to do to get unstuck. We're gonna do an exercise. This video is gonna be about an exercise. You're stuck, abundance is not coming in, the person that you love is not coming in, whatever deep desire that you have is not coming in. So we're gonna reverse engineer something right now. I'm gonna ask you, what can you do to keep poverty in your life? What can you do to get the most stuck that you could be? I want you to think about ways that you can be stuck forever. If you wanted to get stuck forever, if you wanted to be poor forever, if you wanted not change to come in, if you didn't want love to come into your life, what would you do? This is a goal. Forget about the goal of trying to be rich, I don't know, beautiful, whatever. If you did the reverse, what would you do to stay that way? It's gonna be fun. Let's begin. This is what I would do. Number one, I would focus my energy on where there's a lot of resistance, because it gives me a reason to light a fire in my system. But it doesn't even make sense, but it feels good a little bit. So I would focus my energy, for example, on perhaps trying to prove to my boss that I am amazing so that they can give me a promotion. Clearly, I know this is not the environment for me, or clearly I know they're not gonna see it. And I know, and I feel there's a heavy resistance there. So I'll focus there. I'll focus my energy on where the heaviest resistance is. That's what I would do if I wanted to be stuck. Another thing I would do is I would focus on my perfect little square. When I say perfect little square, if things don't come exactly as I pictured it, I will reject it. No room to be open-minded, no room to be adaptable, no room to have a perspective change, no room to be surprised. I would leave no room for surprises. I would want things to be predictable, so I'll be very controlling, very much in my self-will, right? Another thing is I would probably not use my senses at all if I wanted to be in. I would not pay attention to how I dressed. I would not pay attention to how I smelled, not pay attention to the beauty of touching textures, right? And I would let anything come in terms of my senses. Anything that I wanted to hear, anything that is coming into my ear, any noise is allowed. No boundaries in terms of my senses, no curation in terms of my senses. It doesn't even matter, does it? Once I come into contact with the things that I really like, I would probably be a bit greedy about it. I wouldn't share. I wouldn't use it. This thing is coming around only once in a lifetime. I will not use it. Or on the other end, I might abuse it. So I will oscillate between scarcity and also gluttony. No room for balance. Wow. Oh, this is so good. I would probably spend a lot of time in my mind. Oh God, I'd spend a lot of time in my mind being here. Not daydreaming constructively. I could be daydreaming when I'm supposed to be working, and I'm just never really fully present. Creating, I wouldn't have a container for anything. There would be energy and power leakage everywhere. So the fantasy, the dream, they don't have containers so that they can be held and brought over, only available through leakages. I would be addicted to the longing of things. I would long for the day when things will finally go right, if they do. I would long for the day. I would constantly be in a state of longing. I would constantly be in a state of limerence with life. I personally found this exercise to be incredibly powerful. I just went ahead and did it with you guys, and that gave me so many revelations. If I purposely wanted to be stuck in my life, this is exactly what I would do. So let's work backwards. What would I do to be, if I didn't want to be stuck, if I wanted abundance to come in? Let's start with the whole container stuff. I would build systems for these dreams to have containers, truths, pipelines. What would that look like? This is really good. So this is really interesting. Maybe this is really big right now. So on the next episode, we can talk about, this can be broken down into so many things. What would systems look like if we brought them in? What would these systems look like? That's going to be the next thing we're going to talk about tomorrow.